Go a little bit early to our wildcard for this afternoon. We're mixing things up. We're adding, technically, an additional race into the standings. We go to a short qualifying in the next few moments' time, and then instead of our traditional 100% big feature race, we're splitting that in half. It's two 50% races, reverse grid for the second round. But more importantly, Tom, and this is the bombshell moment, both races count for full points. Certainly is indeed. Great start for the qualifying session as we run through this session. We've got 13 minutes and 47 seconds left on our clock, and Punju goes quickest, but that is on the soft tyre. So now we play the guessing game of who's set their lap on what tyre, as our producer lovingly puts it up on the screens. Guri not wasting any time, going fastest on a set of the soft tyres, a 130.697 to the Red Bull racing car. Alex Gillen, some stats to his name, only one DNF in 46 race starts. Absolutely incredibly impressive for the Kicksauber.
Yeah, especially when you look at that podium record. Tim McMarlick has slotted just 0.04 of a second ahead of his old sparring partner, Alex Gillen, on the intermediate tyres. Still, it is GB holding intermediate pole. Good lap from Bushiance, couple of tenths down just behind Razin Chai. Mr. Dell a little bit adrift of the pace on those green stripe tyres. It is the reigning champion, Guri, 8 tenths clear of Punju at this stage. 100%, yeah. What is this going to be comparing to the reigning champion, Guri? Over the line, he's just over a tenth of a second quicker. And it is the Silver Arrow of Nogueira leading us away from the Red Bull. And then that 6/10 gap back to Devon Butler in third, Adam Sanderson. Matty P1 slotting into fourth on a 31.2. Decent start for the Scarlet car. Oh, we've got a yellow flag in the final sector. I think that is just for a Haas backing up as they're beginning to start a flying lap. I believe, well, I'm not sure who that's going to be. It is Dragonflies over the line. 37.6. What a lap there from the Haas driver. This is Meraki, another former champion as part of the field. What is this Williams going to do? Up to the line, and it is fastest by nearly 0.2 of a second. Meraki laying down the gauntlet, 30.4. And Tim McMarlick, championship leader, down there in 17th, hasn't got a lap in on the dry compound tyres. Tom can only go 11th fastest. Matty's been in the wars, the Ferrari with a bit of front wing damage there, and that is some substantial rain. Tim McMarlick is going to be in big trouble here because he's 18th.
He is. It's not what he'd like to see, whereas his championship contenders, both Nogueira and Guri, up in second and fourth respectively. He's got an almighty mountain to climb unless he can go quicker. Rounds the final corner.
Wow.
It's not quick enough. It's only 16th.
That is bad news indeed. Guri's main championship rival up there in fourth. Nogueira in second. Alex Gillen, Razin Chai, GB, they all managed to get their laps in before the rain came down. And it is the Papaya McLaren that's come a cropper.
Yep, certainly will. Rain's falling, drivers are not setting laps on the slick tyres anymore, and DRS becoming disabled. I think unless anybody can pull a miracle out of a bag, Meraki secures pole position number 10 here in the Creator Series. What an apt place to do it on his 80th race appearance. That makes it a 1 in 8 for every appearance that he's had. Sorry, every 8 appearances that he has. He manages to find the top of the qualifying times. Considerably further back, as did Sasso there, but more importantly, everybody is on the grid. The lights are lit here in Vegas, and for our creators, the lights go out, and we go racing. Meraki pull away on the outside line. Nogueira in that championship fight. It's a run down towards turn number 1. Meraki goes heavily defensive round the outside, tries GB68, and look at this. Who's coming through? It's Guri up to P2.
There was definitely contact there though between Alex Gillen and Nogueira. The Mercedes just getting bullied by the likes of GB and Guri, who charges through into second place. The Mercedes holding fifth at the moment. Alex Gillen potentially at the mercy of Punju in that McLaren, but he runs into the rear of the Mercedes, locking the rears of the Ferrari. Into the wall goes GB. Not been the perfect start for Tim McMarlick, but I think he will certainly take it. That was Razin Chai moving out to the right-hand side of the circuit. Is going to try and go around the outside of Meraki. This can get very narrow. Big pinch point at the apex, but I think the reigning champion has executed that move absolutely perfectly, and it is Guri taking the lead. Razin and Punju only got 6 laps out of them, a little bit less for Matty and for Safso as Meraki's trying to get the lead back from Guri. Doesn't even need the braking zone. GB's going to try and follow through. They're going to be side by side over the curves. Got to be careful because it can spit you into one of these barriers. Massive tail snap on the exit.
Oh, you almost predicted it was going to happen. GB narrowly avoiding any major damage to his Aston Martin there, but he will allow his teammate through on the inside. And who's this following them through? It is the man, the myth, the legend. It's Tom himself. He goes for a dive now on Devon Butler, and he's made the position up. He's up to P3 from where he once started. Tom with an almighty comeback in the last few laps. Well, it's the two championship contenders split by GB at the moment. El Rey, of course, still off in the distance, up in the podium positions. But Timo Marduk on a fantastic run of form in the last 7.5 laps of racing. He's made his way up to P5 after probably one of his worst qualifying positions so far. We've had someone go wide at the back. Well, that's Mr. Dale and Bushy Hands. We have got a safety car here in Las Vegas. And this is where some free pit stops start coming around.
I think we've got a bit of a car park. I think Bushy is still stopped there. Yes, in the wall, and well, that front. Oh, he's been hit. I think he's been hit there by the kick Sauber.
Yeah, I think he was caught by Matty D there, but she has been disqualified. Oh no, it's got to worse for the Alpine, and look at that, Duncan and Dark Viper having to go very slowly through the twists and turns there to avoid collecting the Alpine, and Dark Viper still falling foul. Just a little bit of contact with Bushy's car. Well, it's something we've seen time and time again. Hayden and Mr. Dale just having a little bit of a bromance back in the nosebleeds. But at the moment, Meraki puts his foot to the floor and we go racing once again. Lap 11 of 25. Meraki from Razin, from Ere Guri. Tom still up there as well as Matty D managing to pip out GB. Well, not for long. GB still holding on to P12 as Nogueira makes one position up. 17 to go if he wants this race win.
Yeah, Tom looks a little bit slow here, a little bit ragged through that middle sector. Is that the opportunity that Tim McMartin needs? I tell you what, we could be seeing this through in the complete opposite order by the time we get to the braking zone at turn number 14, because Ere Guri, he's already made mincemeat of the Ferrari of Razin Chai, but he's not satisfied with second place. The reigning champion, does he want the lead of it? Well, I think he's satisfied with second place, I have to say. I'm going to correct myself there. Alex Gillen and Tim McMartin batting away with Tom. The McLaren trying to go around the outside of the Alpine, but there is not going to be the space there, and does file in behind. GB, good restart from 13th, already back up inside the top 10. Matty D is retired, that is in the wall, and that is another safety car for the kick Sauber.
He certainly will. It's a tough ask from himself. Meraki slows the pack up, but he puts his foot to the floor. The lights will go green, and we will go racing in Vegas once again. Meraki leads us down towards turn number 1. Tom looks for an almighty move down the inside as he's trying to hold back Timo Marduk in P5, and the McLaren driver will just have to settle for that position for now. Tom will hold on to P4. Razin Chai quite happily chilling in P3 in that podium position, but who can forget further back? Gillen trying to make a move. Timo Marduk trying to make a move here. He's gone for 1. He's going to go for 2. He's gone for 3 down the inside of Ere Guri. Guri takes the escape road. Oh my goodness, what have we just seen?
See you later, El Rey. Tim McMartin and El Rey Guri coming to blows again. That one was firmly on the McLaren, though very, very late on the brakes. Bit of a shoulder barge handed out to the Red Bull driver there. Potentially some damage for the McLaren as well. Losing places once again. Tom getting back through. Alex Gillen up into 4th. Not particularly good, and the two title rivals getting stuck in with each other.
They certainly are indeed, and tell you what, talk about elbows out, that is side pods out for Timo Marduk as Ere Guri falls down to 18th place. And I wonder if Ben's slowing down to try and let Ere Guri go back through, and I think that's what he's done here.
Good sportsmanship. It does come after he's punted him off the circuit, but yeah, Razin, what have I just seen? I think we're echoing the same thing, mate.
And 17th respectively at the moment, but the battle for the race lead is well and truly on as GB pips out Alex Gillen. There's a spin for other round. Razin Chai has been sent into the barrier. The Schoonery is sent spinning, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Bert Mylander once again.
Pirouetting out of the final corner, trailing down the barriers goes Razin Chai, and that is his hopes of a good result in this first race, extinguished after contact with Alex Gillen and with GB68. And it's music to the ears of Alex Gillen, who is diving off into the pits to get rid of those medium compact tyres. Remember, well, it is raining. Everybody has to come in again, as Alex Gillen timed that absolutely perfectly. On a
10-second penalty. Speeding in the pit lane, that is not what he'd like to see. This could be Nogueira throwing away his championship hopes, but everybody on towards the intermediate tyres. Keep an eye on what Matty puts on. Fortunately, his pit crew have put on wet tyres, and Dale also succumbing to a 10-second penalty as well. To Tom in front of him, but keep an eye on Alex Gillen now as he rounds the final corner, and he will surely take the race lead. He won in Season 7, and with 5 laps to go in this Grand Prix, he's winning in Season 8.
It is absolutely bucketing it down. Look at how quickly the rain has come down. There's Meraki spat out of the pit lane, right into the path of the kick Sauber, but it's Alex Gillen who leads. GB is closed right up to the back of Tom, who is really struggling at the moment in these conditions, and Nogueira, who's getting boxed in behind the Alpine car. Is this going to be the time we see the lead changing hands? Here goes GB. High go GB around the outside. Could he be taking a couple of places here? Tom boxing in Nogueira. So the Aston Martin's got a clean run around the outside into 14, 15 and 16.
This is like a T-pack manoeuvre we're seeing between the Alpine and the Aston Martin. Just holding Nogueira. Tom's gone deep though. He's in towards the barrier. GB's managed to snuggle his way through, as has Nogueira. But Tom, incredibly late on the brakes, trying to hold off the cars behind him, and that's actually compromised his own race now. And look who's behind him, the obviously last season's champion, Guri, just lurking behind the Alpine. But this is where surely he's going to make his move. He's in the slipstream of Alex Gillen. They're both burning as much battery as they possibly can. We're surely not going to see too wide into turn 14. Meraki up to the lead of the Grand Prix. He's managing to pip out Alex Gillen at the moment. This all goes to the braking zone. Gillen's going to go late on the brakes, try and force a move down the inside. They're both drifting through the corner. They're still wheel to wheel though. Beautiful. Enough space left by both drivers. Meraki though comes home surely now to win the Grand Prix. He'll come round the final corner. And what happened in Vegas will certainly not stay in Vegas as Meraki wins race number 1 in the Creator Series, round number 9.
Both drivers very, very lucky, I have to say, because Alex Gillen, I saw a little bit of lime green bodywork fly up just as they went into the braking zone. I think he did tap the back of the Williams car.
Yeah, fantastic day out for the VCAR boys as well. 6th and 8th, respectively, from 19th and 20th. It's been a Grand Prix to remember for themselves. But your top 10 were Meraki, Gillen, GB, Eric Guri, Tom, Safso, Timo Murdoch, Hayden Gullis, Dragonflies, and Adam Sanderson. Your bottom 10, Naguera, Dark Viper, Pondant, Razin Chai, Punju, Matty, Duncan, Mr. Dale finishing it off, and Matty D and Bushy Ants as your DNFs for this afternoon.
Well, the big names towards the back as we wait with anticipation for the 5 red lights to come on, and it will be an Alpine Kick Sauber front row, 3 lights, 5 lights ahead of the drivers. And we are underway with Hayden Gullis getting off the grid very, very quickly indeed. Now we're going with everybody else. Good start for the leading trio. Is that a Haas of Duncan potentially thinking about a move up the inside? No, it's Matty trying to swing it around the outside, pick up a couple of places. He could become a cropper though, because he's been squeezed right over to the right-hand side by that Haas car. Got to be careful of his teammate as well, who's already got ahead of Punju in that lead McLaren car. Down up towards turn number 5 we go. Matty D13 sat right in the 6th stream of Bushy Ants, underneath the rear wing, now pulling over to the left-hand side and around the outside we go. But look at the cluster of cars behind.
Yeah, everybody's starting to get involved. There's 2 cars in the wall, though, in the Mercedes. Sorry, the McLaren of Punju, the Schoonery of Ferrari of Razin Chai, Hayden Gullis and GB getting caught up there as well. We had a car park in the castle last week, and now we have a car park in Las Vegas. Drivers will continue through, no safety car being pulled out this time around, but Razin Chai has had his luck go from bad to worse this afternoon as Matty from P1 Podcast has slotted in behind, and I wonder if he may have caused some of that carnage.
Could be P5 very, very shortly going around the outside, potentially Dragonflies having to back out of that one. Naguera's had a very good start as well from 10th on the grid. He could already be up into the podium places, making mincemeat of Dale, who goes for a spin, going through and clatters in to the innocent Haas of, I think that was Duncan, facing the wrong way. Surely someone's going to smash into him. No, they're not, but we do have a virtual safety car. Tom on the move, he's in the groove, he's already got past both Haas cars, wants to have a piece of the Red Bull of Alray as well, the reigning champion, could be defences. Look at the Haas, I believe that is Dragonflies trying to go up the inside of the reigning champ as well. We've got an Aston Martin way off the circuit into turn 14. That is Devon Butler losing a whole host of places.
I think if he manages to get up towards the top 2 positions, Alray finishes where he is at the moment, I think this could be a secured championship for Team Modic, because that's all in the future. Team Modic 1 place up, Matty D succumbs down to P4, and it's Ben Daly up to the podium positions.
Completely agree. Carbon copy of what we saw in the previous race without the little sprinkling of the water from the sky. Ponder doing a decent job there to hold on to the coattails of Alray and Tom. Look at this. Tim McMardock started from P14, now leads the race at the end of lap number 7. Absolutely flies past Bushy Ants and Naguera like a tracer bullet and is into the lead. All that was Meraki very late on the brakes down into 14, 15 and 16 numbers. Very difficult. I think calling it a weave is maybe a little bit kind. Looked like a bit of a back-end loss as he came out of turn number 9. Here we go, Tim Barnett from the front to the back of this train. Who is it going to be? Naguera or Bushy Ants? Into the braking zone we go. Bushy Ants on the medium tyres compared to the softs for the pair behind him and gets the lead back. Alex Gillen and Meraki closing all the time though, just inside DRS range now.
And then do 13 laps on the set of mediums, and that is where our races are going to be at the moment. I think Team Modic frustrated with the 2 drivers that stand in front of him, Naguera and Bushy Ants, not necessarily playing the game that he wants to play.
Yeah, Ben usually likes to be the second car in a DRS train. We've got a yellow flag and that's Dale retiring. Is that on track? Yes, it is, and the safety car is out. 10 laps in, and we have a first visit from Bernd Mailander in the second race. That is not good news for Tom the Bomb, who came in a couple of laps ago, down in 17th place at the moment. He's going to lose out big time.
Bernd Mailander will peel in towards the pit lane, and shortly those with yellow flags will go green. We will go racing on lap 13 of 25. We'll have 13 laps to go. Matty now goes around the final corner. He'll lead us away with Bushy Yance well and truly in tow. Timo Marduk has to now play the patient waiting game to try and figure out when he can strike on the Alpine. Certainly does add to another layer of his championship battle. Of course, Nogueira still in a position, if they finish up towards the podium position, to try and put a challenge to Timo Marduk in the final 2 rounds of the Create Series. Bushy Yance not standing on ceremony. He's going to go for a move on Matty D down towards turn number 14. And the Alpine once again retaking the race lead. Timo Marduk's going to follow him through on the inside line. Are we going to have 2 or 3 wide here in towards turn 14? We're going to have 3 wide. Is a McLaren envisioned in the kick Saubers as Alex Gillen and Matty D come together. Timo Marduk coming out on top, but the 2 kick Saubers still together as Alex Gillen going to go down the inside of his teammate Matty D. Nogueira's going to make it 3 wide through the final corner. Meraki's there as well as we start lap 14 of 25. Everybody involved in the lead of this pack. Yeah, as well, of course, this would be, should the unforgivable or the unmentionable happen, should Bushy Yance get a race victory, it'll be the first time he's won since Season 3, but Gillen and Timo Marduk managing to find their way past the Alpine here. Of course, the soft tyres will have to be taken an incredibly long time. Everybody around him on the medium tyre. Bushy wanted to go long on his opening stint. The safety car forced his hand here in Vegas. So we round the final corner once again. Nogueira's going to try and go down the inside of the Alpine in towards turn number 1. Is he going to try the inside of Gillen? No, he's too far back, but the Alpine will put up a challenge as we head into turns 2, 3 and 4. It's on the inside. Bushy Yance, they come together. Fortunate not to lock wheels, and Bushy Yance, I think, inevitably has to give up that fight.
You've got to watch out for the reigning champion, though. El Rey looks like he's in the mood. He's got the bit between his teeth as Meraki is pushed further down the order. Through goes Razin Chai, the pole sitter and the winner from race number 1, dropping almost to the back of this queue. Alex Gillen is going to get ahead of Timo Marduk. Nogueira wanting to follow suit as well. Could this be the championship leader? Pushed down a couple of places. Yes, it will. Ben not fighting that around the outside sensibly enough, you would imagine, and slots into 3rd.
To his stat sheet, the donut got removed last week. Can we make it a 2 for 2? Matty's retired. Oh, Matty is out, and we have got a safety car. What has happened to Matt Gallagher?
I think he's crashed coming through the very tricky turn number 12. The Ferrari in the wall on the exit. Potentially some contact with Matty D. So the 2 Mattys almost coming to blows there. That would be a little bit ironic if that is what happened. But that is going to be absolutely delighting Bushy Yance. He was doing the safety car dance before it came out and now gets to come into the pits to get on a fresh set of boots, you would imagine. Take your pick. It is like a raffle. A lot of drivers with the potential of winning this race, but only one will come out on. And there is potentially a championship to decide as well. Nogueira back in the pack up, going very, very late. We didn't see that from Matty earlier on. As we cut the beam to start lap number 19, we are underway again, and Saf's opening straight into his work, trying to get up the inside of Dragonflies. Timo Marduk is around the outside of Alex Gillen, who's trying to sniff in there as well and get his nose in their position. That is potentially not particularly welcome. Timo Marduk sending it up the inside for the pair of them, though. Here we go, Nogueira wanting to get the lead back. Will Timo Marduk try and follow through? It's actually Nogueira very tentative up the inside. He was a 50-50 shout, and that's left him vulnerable to first Timo Marduk and potentially Alex Gillen on the exit as well. Through goes the Papaya McLaren car. Alex Gillen following in the footsteps of Ben. Can he get that kick Sauber up the inside? He's got a little bit of a look, and I think he is going to hang it around the outside and give himself an opportunity up the inside into turn number 9 to push the Mercedes further down.
But we are on lap 20 of 25 in race number 2 here of the double down wildcard. And we charge down towards number 4, turn number 14. Timo Marduk gets past Devon Butler, as does Alex Gillen. Will Gillen go for a move down the inside of Timo Marduk? They're wheel to wheel between Nogueira and GB as well. They're both Mercedes-powered cars, not letting each other have a moment of peace. To the position in which he finds himself at the moment. Meraki pips out Dragonflies. Tom pips out Hayden Gullis for P11. Close to the points, down the inside goes GB on Nogueira. They're still wheel to wheel as we make our way through the twists and turns in Vegas. GB trying to hold it around the outside. He'll have a double chance to do so. Round the outside, outside becomes the inside, and GB up towards the podium. But we have a safety car again. Duncan has found the wall in Sector 1. Well, our drivers put their foot to the floor, the lights go green, and we go racing once again. 2 laps to go in the F1 Create Series. Bushy Yance not standing on ceremony. He's at 1 position already. Safso up 2 as he surpasses Pondon and Duncan further back. Ere Guri up past Adam Sanderson, as is Meraki. I think this pays dues to the championship fight. Meraki not letting it go too easily. Of course, DRS not available on this first of the 2 laps as Devon Butler getting his way back past almost immediately the Williams of Meraki, but Timo Marduk still from Gillen, from GB as we continue through the first of the last 2 laps of this Grand Prix. That's the question he'll be asking. 6.5 tenths is what separates himself and Alex Gillen further back. I don't think that's going to be enough for distance to prevent the DRS run as we go down towards turn 14. Matty D gets disqualified, follows in Hayden Gullis' footsteps in qualifying, but now we watch with eagerness and awareness as we run down towards turn number 14. Is it going to be Gillen? Is it going to be GB going back to back? Duncan retires in the background as well. GB having the door shut on him by the Australian. Alex Gillen now leads the Grand Prix. We run down towards the final corner. No DRS for anybody. Gillen, who won last time out in Season 7, doubles down in Vegas. He comes round the final corner, but he doesn't. Alex Gillen wins by absolute millimetres, 3,000ths of a second. Gillen saved by the bell.
We were 4 wide over the line. Would you believe it? Come on now, 6 plus 3 milliseconds. Can't get the numbers out. 3 milliseconds separating Gillen and GB. He thought he had it won. And then the Aston Martin coming out of absolutely nowhere to pick the pocket of Tim McMahon and push him down to third. Ray Guri was in there as well. But it's Alex Gillen who hits the jackpot, and the championship battle will go to Qatar.